Hello, don't mean to keep you in the dark. This is PreCalc, and it's the Thursday edition, and it should be the first month, the 11th day, the 17th year past 2000. So, I see that we're at the end of our trig unit, which started on day 1 of school. So, we are going to have to test on the last section, but I know that you have a lot of other stuff going on. So what I've decided to do is to give you 15 problems that you can do at home, and you can use your notes and books and videos and so forth, just not each other. So those 15 problems I'll probably give out this Thursday, and they won't be due until next Thursday. And I usually make a deal, and the deal will be if you do 3 problems on Thursday, the first Thursday, 3 on Friday, 3 on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, and 3 on Wednesday. If you do them rhythmically, so you're not letting them all go to the last night, then you will get 1 problem free. So you have to do them all, and then whichever one that you miss the highest pointage on, you will get that one free. So that's my deal. And here are the topics, so I don't have to take a lot of class time to give you this information. I just thought I'd do it tonight. So, the law of sines is on this. And I'm not going to do one, but just remind you that the A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C. And that applies, we use that when we have a non-right triangle, and we are going to call the angles A, B, and C, and the sides are across from those angles, little a, little b, little c. When you set it up like that, then this law holds. So we only use this when we know a pair and a pair is an angle and the opposite side. So, if you don't know a pair, then you're going to use the law of cosines. And the law of cosines is also used to find unknown parts of a triangle, and it works like this. Little a side little a equals squared equals b squared plus c squared. These are all sides. Minus 2 bc cosine a. And you recall that this side by itself on this side of the equal side will always match this angle. And so this has 2 other forms. We could have b squared by itself. That would leave a and c on this side. Cosine big B. And the last form there we go. Alright, so the law of cosines is used when we don't know a pair. So then we'll come up with a pair and continue finding the rest of the unknowns with the law of sines. Alright, we will work some examples to bring that back to mind in class. We'll do that. Alright, so besides those 2 topics, we are going to have sum to product IDs and product to sum. Right. I'm not going to write those out. It takes quite a bit of time and space. So you have those in your comp books, and you have homeworks with those problems. So I might review those quickly, but not at this time. So that ended one area of trig, and then we started vectors, which also is a topic in trig studies. And we learned to put vectors in components, in component form. And we did that with the pointy boxes, or i's and j's. Then we had a choice. We learned how to add vectors in component form. We did scalar multiplication. That's a U. Multiplication. And scalar is like a number, like 6 times this component. All right, so we did scalar multiplication. We worked with i's and j's. I already mentioned that. We found magnitude and angle from component form. So component form might look like this with the pointy parentheses or the i's and j's. Then we did it the other way. We went from component form so we went from magnitude and angle from component form, and we went to component form from magnitude and angle. All right, so we went both ways. Then we finished up recently with, I gotta add them on this side of the paper. We did real life vectors. Vector problems, such as two forces acting on a point. What is the sum of those two forces? We did complex numbers. And those complex numbers were in standard form. Such as a plus bi. And we learned to put them in trig form. And that's where you have a number outside of here, the magnitude, cosine an angle, plus I sine an angle. So that was trig form. In trig form, we learned to multiply complex numbers, and we learned to divide them. Complex number, again, these are complex numbers that we are multiplying and dividing, and we also learn to raise them to powers, like square them or raise them to the 15th or whatever. All right, so these are all the topics that we will look at on this take-home test, where I'm asking you to do 3 problems a night, and I don't think that will be too burdensome, and I'll give you a week to do that. And we will practice some of these ones that are perhaps a little dusty or rusty. So we'll dust them off and clean off the rust, and remember how to do all of these problems to put you in a position to do really well. So I'm not teaching you anything tonight. I'm just asking you to gather your wits and think on these things. All right, so tomorrow probably I'll start out and spend a little bit of class time doing one of these and one of these. All right, now I won't have the test together Actually, I said I'd hand it out Thursday, but I think tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's right. I should be able to do that. All right, tomorrow we can start reviewing. Actually, tomorrow, no, we have raising powers, raising complex numbers to powers, but that might not take the whole time. And if it doesn't, we'll go into law of sine and cosine. If not, we'll do that on Thursday. All right. Quick and easy tonight. I hope you're having a good one. Over and out.